It's the 31st of January. This is Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Okay, Bez Hashem, continuing in Bava Kama, Perik Asiri, goes Ulamachal. And now we did Reb's Amar Reb Svid Mishmei de Rava. But we still have some Rashis to do, I think. Right?
Yeah, we do, but let's see which Rashis we have to do.
Oh, some of them we did do.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see which Rashis we're up to now.
We're on 118b.
Yeah, 118b2 we're on.
Yeah, so that's where Phil and I left off the other day, right, Phil?
Yeah, we're trying to figure. Did we do this Rashi Rebbe Kiva Sovar?
That I'm not sure about.
No,
If we're not sure, let's do it again.
Rebbe Kiva Sovar. That's where that's where we stopped. I think we're up to the Reb Shmuel and the Lo B'Chesh. Okay. We did the Reb. I think we did this one. You want me to do it again?
Yeah. Get back into it.
The Rebbe Akiva Sava, he holds Kavan, since Shinase Ganav, since he was made a thief, Kalta Shmirto, that ends his being called a Shomer. The two low, because furthermore, low, Mehamin low, Babalim, the owners no longer have faith in him. They don't trust him anymore because he's a Ganav. Daha in this, Havalei, Gonev, Shalolda. So this would be considered a thief without awareness. Shrich Das, a thief without awareness needs that you have to know about. You have to have an awareness of it. The low, I mean, we don't say Sagi, it's enough, Das Shomer, with the knowledge of the Shomer, because the Shomer can't be trusted anymore. Baha'ihu Yada B'Chazer, even and in this, Yada B'Chazito, that he knew that he returned it.
Right. All of that we don't say according to Rebbe Kiva. We say that he doesn't have a din of a shomer anymore. His whole din is that of a ganav. And like that, Rebbe Kiva agrees to Reb Chizda that if the geneva was without das, so you tzorich das, you need das in the return to inform the owner that this animal was stolen and now it's being returned. Okay. And what is Rebbe
Shmuel said? Okay, Rebbe Shmuel holds a dayan who shomer alav. He's still considered. So here's the difference. He still is considered a shomer, unlike Rabbi Akiva.
Right.
Sagi b'das, and therefore, if he has the knowledge of it, then it will be enough.
His knowledge as a shomer that the animal was returned is sufficient. He won't have to. Practical differences is that when he makes the return the animal to the place where he stole it from, he doesn't need to inform the owner the fact that it was stolen and now it's being returned. His das is sufficient. It substitutes for the owner's das because he has the status of a shomer, who's the representative of the bailing. Okay. Oh, so what's this next thing? Havlia.
Yeah, well, that's part of this next Gemara that we really should read again.
Okay. So read this. Well, let's read this Gemara again. Lou, you want to read? Or Alan, you want to read?
Yeah, 118b2, bottom left.
Yes.
In the case of a theft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in case of a theft that became known to the owner, Rav requires the thief to notify the owner of the article's return. whereas Shmuel and the other rules that it suffices for the owner to count his possessions and find them all accounted for. The Gemara suggests that the Tanaim in the following brisa would disagree over the same issue. Lemar minyon poter tanoe he. Let us say that the question of whether counting exempts a thief from responsibility is a matter of Tanaic dispute. Desanor was taught in a brisa, Hago Zel S Viru Ro Vehibli A Lo Ben Shavon concerning one who robbed his fellow and later included the worth of the stolen article in a sum he paid the victim for some other reason. Tornei, it was taught in the brisa, Yotzah. He has therefore fulfilled his obligation to return what he stole, and is no longer responsible for it. For saying Yor, Idoch, but it was taught in another brisa, Lo Yotzah. He has not fulfilled his obligation. So Siva Ruhor, the Chole, or more, E Lahu, to Rabbi Yitzchak, to Amar, they the last part of that line, they, the scholars who made this analogy between the two disputes, assume that everyone, both our Bryces agree with Rabbi Yitzchak, who said, or dom or su l'mash mish bechi so long shor a person is in the habit of touching his purse all the time to make sure that his money is secure. May Lao Bahor Koma feel gay. So do they not disagree over the following point? Taman v'dorma Yotzoa Sover Minyan Poter, that the one who says the robber fulfilled his obligation. For example, the first brisa holds that counting exempts a robber from responsibility. Taman the Amar Lo Yotzoa Sover Minyan Ino Poter, whereas the one who says he has not fulfilled his obligation, i.e., the second brisa holds that counting does not exempt the robber from responsibility.
Okay, good. So, okay, so that's the this is really the Gemora's second attempt to try to prove this point, that this is really a machlokes between Rav and Shmuel about where the ganav, where the owner knows that something was stolen from him. What's the obligation of the ganav to make hashava? Can he get away with just giving it back and not telling him, or does he, or no, he has to tell him? According to Rav, he's got to tell him, and according to Shmuel, it's enough that he makes a minyan, the owner, and he finds out that he's got the right amount of money in his keys, and so everything is good. The guy didn't. Oh, well, actually, in this case, he doesn't really know. 1 second. Oh, let's take a look at Rashi. Right? In this case, That's the question, right? This case over here, we're saying a ganav something from his friend, and then when he owed him money for something else, he put in this money that he stole together with that money. So, and there's a machlokes about this, whether or not he's fulfilled his obligation of making return. So let's take a look at what Rashi has to say about this, and see if how Rashi explains this case. In other words, these two brises, one says he's fulfilled his obligation, the other says he's not. Are they arguing the same machlokes as Rav and Shmuel? That when you have an owner that knows he's been stolen from, does he need to have? Does he need that the Goslin informs him that he's making return of the stolen item, or is it enough that he makes a minyan and he sees that everything that he has is there? Okay. So we got Rashi, Dibra Maskil, Vehevlia Lo Becheshbon.
Lablia Lo Becheshbon, which means it's swallowed up in the cheshbon. It's included in all its calculations there. La'achar zman, afterwards. Lakach himenu, he takes from him a mekach, a deal. V'kanstam lo, when he gives him done in the money, and he adds on to it mayot, extra money, because they love the theft. And it's swallowed up in the total bill. Shahaya, which was that is a boost.
Shahaya Bosh, Loimar, because he had busha to the Goslin to say to the guy.
Okay, so there's embarrassment in this. Lomar to say Hare Gazalti. This is hare, your theft, Yatzal gets you off the hook. So that's why he just added, instead of paying directly for it, he puts it into something else, so it doesn't. It's less of an embarrassment to pay him that way.
Yeah. And so, according to one brisa, he fulfills his obligation of returning the stolen money that he stole by putting it, adding it on to this other thing that he purchased from this guy. Rashi says a case where Jew number one stole from Jew number two, and then sometime thereafter, the Goslin buys something from the one that he stole from previously, and now when he gives him the money for the purchase, he adds on extra money, which is the money, the amount of money that he stole, and he puts it together with the payments. Because he's embarrassed to just come to him and say, here's your stolen money back. He doesn't want to do that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now we go to the next Rashi. Adam osli lemashmesh. Lou, you're up.
Okay, let me see if I can find it. I see Rabbi Akiva. I see Shmuel.
Smile. That's Rabbi Yishmael.
Asui Lamashma, the mashmesh.
Yeah. Right.
Ule manos kama bechisu v'zeh miyad maneh acharav umizeh yoter idami hamekach v'hechir shehachazir lo gazalto. All right, so
Oh, it's a funny case.
it's a gift.
No, it's not matanas lamanos. It's to count.
The manos, to count how much money bekiso and this from his hand
It's a yad. Immediately.
You know what I mean?
and this immediately mana acharav from other money.
No, he just counts again. He counts afterwards. He counts before he counts.
Yad mana acharav.
He counts and then he immediately counts again.
Yad mana.
And from this additional game hamekach and he makes an additional purchase. The hakir shachazor lo.
What's that?
He returns the thing that he stole.
Yeah. He's basically checking his pocket, and after he's checking his pocket, he finds more than he had originally. So he now realizes that his thing was returned because he popped up more money the second time than the first time.
I don't understand why he's counting twice.
Because the guy always feels his pockets. That's part of this thing that he's constantly. That's the concept of this. The guy's constantly checking his money. Oops, I got more money here. Oh, it must be something that was stolen to me that got returned.
No, it doesn't. I don't know why you're saying twice. It doesn't say anything about twice. All it says limnos kamayesh piso. He's constantly checking his purse to see how much there is in the purse. And Rashi says zembi ad mona acharov, and this counting he made was immediately afterwards, meaning after the purchase was made. Umotza, and then he found yoter midbei mekach. He found more than the $100 that it should have been in the purse for the price of the item that he sold for $100. And v'hikir, and then he realized shehechzir lo gezelato. He realized that this extra money that he has in the purse now that he counted must be that whoever stole the money beforehand, they gave it back. He doesn't know who did it. But he does know that it was stolen because he's always counting, and he knew when it was stolen. And now Rashi's pointing out that he also knows. He also made a count right after the sale was made and the money was given for the sale, and he's realizing that in addition to the money that should be there for the sale, he's also got additional money, which was the amount of money that was stolen from him before the sale was made. And so he says to himself, "Oh, whoever it was, they gave back that stolen money, and that's why I've got $100 here for the mekach, and I also got $200, and on top of that, for the money that was stolen from the purse. So this is the case that Rashi says that he finds out that he makes a counting, he does a minyan, and he finds that the minyan reveals that the stolen money was given back. That's the case. So now we say about that case. The Gemora said that the one brisa says the Goslin has fulfilled his obligation of making return of the stolen money, and there's another brisa that says that he has not fulfilled his obligation. Lo yotza. That's what we read before in the Gemora, and so now Rashi's explaining both Tanoim, presumably holding like Rabbi Yitzchak, that a person is always aware of how much money he's got in his keys. So that means that he's going to know when it was stolen, that it was stolen, and he's going to know that when it was returned, he knows that this is now the money is returned and he has all the money that he needs. Even though the Goslin did not tell him that here's your stolen money. So that's what the Gemara concludes. It says, Manda Omar, Yotza, the one that says, the brisa that says that he's Yotza, Savar Minyan Poter. He's of the opinion, that brisa is of the opinion, that the Minyan will be Poter. Manda Omar Lo Yotza, the Manda Omar says he has not filled his obligation, Savar Minyan Eno Poter. Minyan will not Poter. He needs to inform him personally, here's your stolen money. Okay, so that's what the Gemora's suggestion is, even though the Gemora didn't say lema over here. The Gemora just sort of like said that that's what they hold. And now we'll see what the Gemora's response to this suggestion is. Amrei. So now we are in the Gemora. We're in the Gemora now. Where it says Amrei. Is Viralon Rabbi Yitzchak. See where that is?
It's 118B2, right-hand column, last paragraph on the bottom.
Oh boy, wow.
Amrei.
It's harder to find where that is than to read the words themselves.
Amrei.
You got it?
Yeah,
You got it?
I got it.
Oh,
Amrei.
great. Wow.
They said, Isavira, Lon, Rabbi Yitzchak, if we would subscribe to Rabbi Yitzchak's teaching that a person counts the money in his purse all the time, Kolor, Elmore, Lo Gay, the Minyan, Poter, everyone, both prices, would agree that the owner counted the return money and that this counting exempts the robber from liability. Elor Bida or Rabbi Yitzchak Lorgay was possible that they disagree about Rabbi Yitzchak's teaching. More is to Rabbi Yitzchak. That is, one master agrees with Rabbi Yitzchak, hence the owner presumably counted the money after it was returned to him, and the rabbi thus fulfilled his obligation. Umar lay the Rabbi Yitzchak, but the owner master disagrees with Rabbi Yitzchak. Accordingly, there is no reason to assume that the owner counted the money and the robber's obligation remains unfulfilled.
Okay, so the Gemara is saying Isvirlan Kerebi Yitzchak. If it in fact would be the case that, according to the suggestion, that both of the prices hold the to the opinion of Rabbi Yitzchak that somebody's always counting his money and he's going to know when it was stolen and when it was given back. The Gemara says Kuli Amalo Pligi, the minyan poter. Both of these Tanoim, the Gemara says, maybe both of these Tanoim actually hold that minyan is poter, and neither one of them holds like Rav. So why do they argue then? So the Gemara says that what they're arguing in is in Rabbi Yitzchak Gufa. They're arguing in whether it is in fact the case that a person is always mashbesh kol shah his keys, and maybe he didn't really know. And so if he didn't really know, so then there was. Let's see how Rashi explains that now. Leislei the Rebbe Yitzchak. Let's read the Rashi Diru Maskava Leislei the Rebbe Yitzchak, and then there's a one after that.
No, the one after that, we're not up to. That's another case. That's not. We're not up to the one after that, because there's no ha here yet.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, not yet.
Oh, you're right. Oh, I see. You're right.
And
wow.
Where they all the place lays only the two words which says Leica Minyan. There's no counting.
Now we have to plug this back and understand what's going on over here. Just not read the two words. The one that holds from Rabbi Yitzchak, so he will say, yeah, for sure he knows that it was stolen, but he agrees though that minyan is poter, because the Gemara is suggesting that everybody agrees that minyan is poter. So if he knows that it was stolen, he presumably also knows that it was given back, because he's always checking, and so therefore he made a minyan, and therefore we say that the minyan is poter. According to other man, the Omer does not hold from Rabbi Yitzchak, so he's not. That means that he's not constantly checking his purse to see if he's got his purse and everything, and I guess also to right. So then, in that case, Rashi says leka minyan. Now, these words are very significant. In other words, there is no, if he's not checking his purse all the time, because he doesn't agree to Rabbi Yitzchak, who says that that's what a person does. So if so, Rashi says, then we don't necessarily know that he ever made a minyan altogether. And so even though minyan is poter according to that Tana, but if he didn't do a minyan, so there's no minyan that we know that he did. We got to know that he did a minyan. So in that case, that's if we don't know that he did a minyan, so then we cannot exempt the Gazlan, and therefore that's why it says the Gazlan was not Yotze according to that brisa. Okay, that's one way of. So in other words, what the Gemara has done over here at the end of the day is saying basically that no, this is not necessarily a machlokes in whether minyan is poter. Was the Gemara's suggestion? Both Tanoim hold minyan is poter, and the Gemara is answering that rather that was a machlokes whether minyan is poter, and the Gemara is saying no, they don't have any disagreement on whether minyan is poter. In fact, they both agree that minyan is poter, but we don't know that there was a minyan that was done. That's why the Tana, the Brisa that says he's not Yotze, says that he's not Yotze, because we don't know there was a minyan that paters the Gazlan from his responsibility. Okay. Now we go to another case. another answer, another response to the Gemora's suggestion. Boy Sema, if you want, we could say another response to the Gemora's suggestion. Did Alan read this one yet? I don't remember what it says here altogether. In any case, Boy Sema. So let's read it again.
Third explanation, right? Of the dispute between
Do the second one. Let's do the second one again. What's it say? Should be the one right before the third one.
Right, so I have to go back a page, right? The bottom of page 118b2. But Gemora rejects the analogy by suggesting a different explanation.
We're already up to 118b3.
118b3, okay.
Yeah, up to 118b3 on the left. That's what we just up to that.
Okay, a third explanation of a dispute between the two braces. But Yos Amor, or people prefer to say the Chulei Elmore Lahu the Rabbi Yitzchak, that everyone agrees with Rabbi Yitzchak, and they also agree that the owners count themselves as robber from responsibility. Below Kasha, yet there is no contradiction between the two braces. Hord the Mornay more lay say, because the first brisa, which rules that the robber has fulfilled his obligation, refers to where he counted the money and put it into the victim's purse. The Mornay Ramah day, but the second brisa, which rules that the robber has not fulfilled his obligation, refers to where he counted the money and put it into the victim's hand.
Okay. No understanding of this whatsoever. What's the difference whether you put it into the purse, whether you put it into the hand?
Note 25 says the victim might then have kept the money in his hand until he reaches his home, where he casts it into a box that contains other coins. Thus, he would not know that the robber had given him extra money.
Oh. Okay, who says that? Is that something Rashi says?
It says, see Rashi, because it contains other coins.
Okay, so we got these haws are connected to this answer, I think.
Okay, but we'll have to do it tomorrow. Okay.
Oh, it's already late. Okay, fine. Okay, Yashikoyach. So we got to do the ha and the ha tomorrow.
The two ha's, the two cases. Okay. Take care. Be well.
All the best, everybody. Shkoyach.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Okay, all the best. Lou, have a great day. And Alan, all the best.